In today's tutorial, we're going to learn how we can take an image and we zoom into a certain part while we blur everything on the background and text flies in. Now, if you pay close attention, you can see that it really focuses on a certain area and also gradually it gets a little bit darker. So there's a lot of things going on in this tutorial. So we're going to do this in a very structured way. Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to show you how to create the image so you can get the exact result for your needs, so you can really tailor it for your needs. Secondly, we're going to look at how we can create the slide. And then as a third step, we're going to look at how we can create the animation and really get that smooth effect. Let's start with the generation of the images. And for that, I'm going to start from Envato, which is a pretty nice database where you can find all sorts of graphics. You can already see it here. There's like photos, videos, video templates, music, everything you can find here from graphics. Now, if you want to access or use this Envato library, I'll link it in the description below and you can find more information there. So let's say we want a portrait. We can easily type in portrait here. And then we can narrow it down to, for example, photos and get some really nice results here. So those images can give you a lot of inspiration if you want to find something for your presentation. But in case you want something very specific, you can always use that Gen AI model, and we're going to use image generation for this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to describe the image that I want. So we have a very particular image. In this case, it's going to be a portrait of a 30-year-old Asian woman. And then let's say soft diffuse light, because we really want to give the details how we like it. Black and white photography. And also I want it to be a close-up headshot and minimal light gray studio background. So once we have this, we can either choose what aspect ratio we want it. So I wanted to have it to be landscape, and then you can also choose a style. So if you want to have a specific style, you can choose that here, cinematic, flash portrait, all of these things you can choose, which is pretty impressive, I would say. I'm going to keep it simple for now and just run 3 variations and generate it. And this is where you can see the generations that you get from the image. So here we can see we get 3 variations. We can see one where she faces away from the camera, which is really nice, I think. There's one where she faces the camera straight on, or there's another one with soft diffuse light where she faces the camera. I'm going to use this one. I think that one will look the best on our slide. And we also have some room on the side, that emptiness, that space that we can use in our slides. So next I'm going to download this in the original size and jump into PowerPoint. All right, so first thing we want to do in PowerPoint is we drag in the image, the exact image that we want. And that is the benefit of using one of these databases or generating it. You can exactly get it the way you want it and you can sort of tweak it. So that's really nice. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a duplicate. So I'm going to Control-D, Command-D to create a duplicate of that slide. So we have the original image available always. Now right-click the image, Format Picture, and we're going to the Picture tab here on the right. We're going to choose for picture corrections, and then I'm going to reduce the brightness or the sharpness, all the way to -100%. Now this will create a blur on the image. Now, if this is the right amount of blur for you, perfect, we can move along. But if you want to have it a little bit more blurred, well, there's something we can do about it, because the setting is set to 100, but I want to have that really blurry effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and save picture and save it on my desktop. And then I'm going to drag in that blurry image and put it on top. Now on top, you can also remove the other one, that doesn't matter. But now we're using this blurred image here. I'm going to just repeat the steps and add that blurriness here again. So you can see how it blurs, and this is the right amount of blur that I want. You can also use external tools like Canva to really add some more blur, but this is how you do it in PowerPoint. Now as the next step, we're going to copy that, or we're going to cut that, Ctrl-X, and paste it on top. So we have that. So now we have that sharp image on top of the blurred image. That's what we want. Now I'm going to right click and crop, and then set the crop marks to the highlight area that we want. In this case, it's going to be the eye. So that's what we want to generate. Here we go. And if I deselect it, you can see this is now everything's blurred except for that eye, but we want to have it stand out a little bit more. So I'm going to add a outline to that and make it white. Go to the weight options, and let's say we want 2.5 points. I think this really puts up that emphasis around that highlight focus area. Now what we want to do is we want to add our text to the slide. So add a text box, and here we say where focus goes, energy flows. That's a nice quote. I'm going to make it white, give it a different font like Poppins, and increase it in size. Now I want this to be a little bit lighter, so I'm going to use a subfont, extra light in this case. And you can also make it italic if you want. So this one I think looks pretty good. I'm going to position it a little bit more in the middle. And then here we're going to put the author name, which is Tony Robbins. And of course this can be a lot smaller, and you just put it below. You can always add that line up front if you think that looks good. There we go. And you can just position with the size that you want. Now this is already looking pretty good, but I want to have the eye stand out a little bit more. And for that, I'm going to add a shape and a rectangle and cover the bottom part of the slide. I'm going to remove the outline. And now I'm going to gradient fill on the side here. Let me put that on full screen. And I'm going to add 2 stops in dark. So now we know this one is the dark one. I'm going to set that so we know exactly which one is the top and the bottom. So the left is the top and right is going to be the bottom. I'm also going to make that black. And on the top one, I'm going to add full transparency. And on the bottom one, just a little bit more, like let's say 25%. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select the text and bring this forward. Now, if you want to use that shortcut, what you can do is you can see if you right click center front, these are the shortcuts that you can use. Now, if you're interested in learning about these shortcuts, I've made an entire poster with my favorite shortcuts that you can use. I'll also put it in the link in the description below so you can access that. All right, so now we have all of our content and I'm going to delete this slide. So we only have this slide available. Now we're going to duplicate this slide and this is going to be our end state. Now on the first slide, the initial one, we're going to have the start state of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold Control and scroll backwards to zoom out. You can also use this toggle here at the bottom. And then the text, I'm going to move it to the side, space it out a little bit more. And I'm going to select the crop marks, right click and crop again. And I'm going to set that to the original layout, to the original full screen layout. I'm going to keep that bar or that fade. You can either keep it in place or you can drag it down slightly, I would say. Now what we're going to do is we're going to select the second slide, transitions and morph. And here we can already see it. Now let's put it on full screen. And this is how you can create this really cool effect. Whereas if you click, you focus on a certain part of the image, you get some nice blur in the background, you get a quote on, and even some gradient layers to really top it all off. It also goes in both ways. If you scroll backwards or forwards, that is how you can do this. So thanks a lot for watching. If you want to learn more about PowerPoint, I currently have 2 programs available. One for slide design, so you can learn how to make nicer slides and impactful slides like the big companies. And secondly is a slide systems, so you can really build that backbone. This is more for the professional ones, for those who work in PowerPoint every day, companies, corporations, or just business professionals who want to level up their skill in PowerPoint that I also have available. You can find all the information in the description below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.